Have you ever wondered if every moment in your life, even the challenging ones, has a deeper meaning? Here's an interesting thought. Buddhist teachings suggest that life's experiences are like pieces of a vast puzzle, each one adding to the bigger picture of who we are. And this idea isn't just fascinating, it's life-changing. In today's video, we're diving into 8 transformative lessons from Buddhism that offer profound insights for anyone seeking peace and happiness. Why does this matter? Well, let's face it, life can be overwhelming. Between managing relationships, careers, and personal growth, it's easy to feel lost. But these lessons can help you navigate life's twists and turns with clarity and calmness. Here's what's in it for you. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with practical wisdom to embrace change, break free from unnecessary attachments, and find joy in the present moment. It's like having a secret map to inner peace, one you can start using right away. If this sounds like the kind of wisdom you've been searching for, you're in the right place. I'd love for you to stay connected with us here on Life Lessons. So, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who could use a little inspiration, and of course, hit that subscribe button. This way, you'll never miss out on the valuable lessons we share to help you lead a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Let's start this journey together. 1. Cause and effect connection. Let me take you on a thought-provoking journey. Have you ever considered that every experience, good or bad, might hold a deeper meaning? According to Buddhist teachings, this is no coincidence. Every event in our lives plays a part in shaping who we are and guiding us along our unique paths. This idea is rooted in the profound concept of interconnectedness and cause and effect. Let me share a story to illustrate this. Imagine a farmer planting seeds in his field. Some seeds sprout immediately, while others take longer to grow, waiting for the right conditions. In Buddhism, our experiences are like these seeds. They are shaped by past actions, or karma, and they mature when the time is right. Every joy, every struggle, every quiet moment in life carries a meaning, even if it's not immediately obvious. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever experienced something difficult, only to later realize it was a valuable lesson in disguise? Maybe a failure at work opened the door to new opportunities, or a challenging relationship taught you the importance of setting boundaries. These experiences are not random. They are part of the bigger picture of life's journey. So, why is this important? Understanding this concept can bring us peace. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by life's uncertainties, we begin to see the hidden threads of meaning weaving our lives together. It's like stepping back from a painting. While the brushstrokes up close may seem chaotic, from a distance, they reveal a masterpiece. As we explore this further, it's essential to remember that meaning doesn't always come easily. It requires mindfulness and patience to uncover. This is where embracing impermanence comes into play, something we'll discuss in our next section. Understanding change helps us let go of the fear of the unknown and appreciate the beauty in life's ever-evolving nature. Let's take a step forward and dive into how change, though inevitable, can be a source of serenity. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. 2. Accepting change. Let's talk about something we all face but often struggle to embrace: change. Have you ever found yourself wishing things would stay the same, only to feel disappointed when they don't? According to Buddhist teachings, change is not just inevitable, it's the very essence of life. Think of the seasons. Spring brings new life, summer radiates energy, fall teaches us to let go, and winter allows us to rest. This cycle is a perfect example of life's constant evolution. Fighting change is like trying to stop the seasons. It's impossible and only leads to frustration. On the other hand, when we embrace it, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life. This is where acceptance of impermanence becomes key. Here's a story to illustrate this. Imagine holding onto a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more sand slips through your fingers. Life works the same way. Resistance creates suffering. But when you loosen your grip and accept change, you'll find peace in the process. Have you ever noticed how holding on to the past or fearing the future drains your energy? Instead of resisting, try asking yourself, what can I learn from this change? Whether it's the end of a relationship, losing a job, or even something as simple as aging, every transition offers a lesson. It's not easy, but recognizing that change is a teacher can transform how we experience life's ups and downs. Buddhist wisdom encourages us to see change not as an enemy, but as an opportunity to grow. When you let go of resistance, you can flow with life rather than against it. This doesn't mean we shouldn't feel sadness or pain during difficult times. Instead, it's about acknowledging those emotions and understanding that they, too, are temporary. Just as the darkest nights give way to dawn, our struggles eventually lead to renewal. Now, let's think about how embracing change connects to mindfulness. When we live in the present moment, we're better equipped to adapt to life's unpredictability. We learn to appreciate the fleeting beauty of every experience, rather than clinging to what's already gone or worrying about what's to come. As we move forward, we'll explore how karma, the law of cause and effect, can further guide us in navigating these transitions. Understanding how our actions shape future outcomes helps us take responsibility for creating a life of peace and balance. Stay with me as we dive deeper into this powerful concept in the next part. 3. Reap what you sow. Let's explore one of the most fascinating and transformative concepts in Buddhism, karma. You've probably heard the saying, "What goes around comes around." But what does karma truly mean, and how does it shape our lives? In Buddhist teachings, karma is not about reward or punishment, it's about cause and effect. Think of it as planting seeds. Every action, thought, and word you express is a seed you plant in the soil of life. Over time, these seeds grow and bear fruit, influencing your future experiences. Some seeds sprout quickly, while others take years to blossom. The key lesson: everything you do matters. Let me share a relatable example. Imagine two co-workers, one who's consistently kind, helpful, and patient, and another who's frequently dismissive and rude. Over time, their actions create ripples. The kind co-worker earns trust and support, while the other faces resistance and isolation. This is karma at work, not as a mystical force, but as a natural outcome of choices. This principle empowers us to take responsibility for our lives. If you want happiness, sow seeds of kindness, compassion, and honesty. If you're facing difficulties, it's an invitation to reflect on past actions and learn. Karma reminds us that we are not victims of fate but active participants in shaping our destiny. Here's a thought: have you ever noticed how small acts of kindness often come back to you in unexpected ways? A smile, a helping hand, or a kind word can create ripples that reach far beyond what you see. This is the beauty of karma: it's neutral, fair, and always giving us opportunities to grow. At the same time, karma teaches patience. Sometimes, the results of your actions aren't immediate, and that's okay. Trust the process. Just like a farmer can't rush the growth of crops, we can't force the outcomes of our efforts. But rest assured, every positive action adds value to your life's journey. As we reflect on the power of karma, it's important to pair this understanding with mindfulness. By staying aware of our thoughts, words, and deeds, we can consciously choose to create a brighter future. This naturally leads us to the next part of our exploration: liberation from attachment. Let's discover how letting go can free us from suffering and help us savor the present moment. Stay tuned. 4. Inner freedom. Let's talk about one of the main sources of human suffering: attachment. Have you ever clung so tightly to a relationship, a possession, or an expectation that it caused you pain? Buddhism teaches that true freedom and happiness come not from holding on, but from learning to let go. This is the essence of liberation from attachment. Here's a story to help illustrate this concept. Imagine holding a beautiful butterfly in your hand. If you squeeze too tightly, you harm it, and it can no longer fly. But if you open your hand and allow it the freedom to come and go, you get to truly appreciate its beauty. Attachments in life work the same way: the tighter we hold on, the more we suffer. Now think about this: how often do we attach our happiness to external things? Maybe it's a job promotion, a new gadget, or even another person's approval. But what happens when those things change or disappear, as they inevitably do? Clinging to them creates fear, disappointment, and pain. Instead, Buddhism invites us to focus on the present moment, to appreciate what we have without becoming overly dependent on it. This doesn't mean we should stop caring or enjoying life. It's about finding balance. For example, you can deeply love someone without trying to control or possess them. You can work hard toward your goals without basing your entire self-worth on the outcome. By letting go of unrealistic expectations, you create space for joy, gratitude, and inner peace. One powerful practice to release attachment is mindfulness. When you feel yourself clinging to something, pause and ask, why am I holding on? Is this helping me, or is it causing suffering? Observing your emotions without judgment allows you to let go naturally. Over time, this habit can lead to a profound sense of freedom. Buddhism also reminds us that life is ever-changing. Holding on to anything too tightly is like trying to stop a river from flowing. It's not only futile, but it prevents you from experiencing life as it truly is. The practice of non-attachment doesn't mean disengaging from the world. Instead, it allows you to live more fully, with a heart open to both joy and sorrow without fear. As we reflect on this idea, let's transition to the next part of our journey, understanding acceptance. Learning to see things as they truly are, without resistance, is another step toward a life of peace and fulfillment. Stay with me as we dive into how acceptance can bring clarity and wisdom into your everyday life. 5. Accepting reality. Let's dive into an idea that has the power to transform how we face life's challenges: acceptance. Have you ever found yourself resisting a situation, wishing it were different? Perhaps a job didn't work out, or a relationship changed, and you felt stuck asking, why me? Buddhism teaches us that peace begins with seeing things as they truly are, not as we wish them to be. Here's a timeless parable from Buddhist teachings that illustrates this wisdom. A farmer owned a horse, and one day, the horse ran away. His neighbors came to console him, saying, "What bad luck." The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returned, bringing wild horses with it. The neighbors exclaimed, "What good fortune." Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." Soon after, the farmer's son broke his leg trying to ride one of the wild horses. The neighbors said, "What terrible luck." The farmer, with his calm acceptance, responded, "Maybe." Shortly after, soldiers came to recruit young men for war but left the son behind because of his injury. The neighbors, amazed, said, "What a blessing." And the farmer replied once more, "Maybe." This story reminds us that events often defy immediate judgment. What appears bad today might lead to something good tomorrow, and vice versa. Acceptance helps us let go of labeling situations as entirely positive or negative and instead see them as part of life's larger flow. But what does acceptance actually look like in real life? It doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. Instead, it's about acknowledging reality without resistance. Imagine you're caught in the rain without an umbrella. You could spend the entire time complaining, or you could accept it, feel the raindrops, and maybe even enjoy the moment. Acceptance shifts your perspective from fighting against life to embracing its unpredictability. One practical way to cultivate acceptance is through mindfulness. When faced with a challenging situation, pause and ask yourself, what is within my control? What must I let go of? Acceptance helps us focus our energy on what we can change, while freeing us from the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable. This mindset creates clarity and wisdom. It allows us to adapt, learn, and grow rather than remain stuck in resistance. And as we embrace acceptance, we naturally connect with the idea of transforming challenges into opportunities, which is the focus of the next part of our journey. Let's explore how adversity, much like fire refining gold, can help us become stronger and wiser. Stay tuned. 6. Learning from adversity. Let's explore a profound truth that has the potential to shift how we see life's challenges. Adversity is our greatest teacher. Have you ever faced a situation that seemed unbearable at the time, but later realized it helped you grow stronger and wiser? According to Buddhist teachings, challenges are not meant to break us, they're opportunities to refine us, much like fire purifies gold. Imagine this: a butterfly struggling to emerge from its cocoon must exert tremendous effort. That very struggle strengthens its wings, allowing it to fly. If someone tried to help by cutting the cocoon open, the butterfly would never develop the strength it needs to survive. In the same way, our hardships help us develop resilience and inner strength. Without them, we miss the chance to truly grow. In Buddhism, life's challenges are seen as a natural part of the journey. They are the result of karma, the seeds we've sown in the past, and they offer us opportunities to learn and transform. For example, if someone faces repeated conflicts in relationships, it's a chance to reflect on their actions and patterns. Are they communicating effectively? Are they holding on to grudges? These challenges become mirrors, reflecting the areas where growth is needed. One of the most powerful lessons is that suffering can be a stepping stone to enlightenment. Adversity compels us to dig deep, find meaning, and cultivate virtues like patience, compassion, and understanding. When we stop seeing challenges as punishments and start viewing them as lessons, we take back our power. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What is this teaching me?" Mindfulness plays a crucial role in this process. When we approach adversity with awareness, we're better able to stay present and observe our emotions without being consumed by them. This allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For instance, if you lose a job, mindfulness can help you navigate the initial shock and fear, and instead focus on the opportunities ahead, a new career path, time for self-discovery, or even a fresh start. It's also important to remember that growth takes time. Just as a tree doesn't bear fruit overnight, our efforts to overcome adversity may not show immediate results. Trust in the process and know that each small step forward counts. As we transition to the next part of our journey, we'll explore the power of presence. How can staying grounded in the present moment help us reduce stress and find peace amid life's uncertainties? Stay with me as we dive into this powerful practice in the next section. 7. Mindfulness. Let's explore a practice that has the power to calm the mind, reduce stress, and reconnect us with the present, mindfulness. Have you ever caught yourself worrying about the future or dwelling on the past, only to feel overwhelmed? Buddhism teaches that true peace lies not in yesterday or tomorrow, but in fully experiencing the now. Here's an example. Imagine eating your favorite meal. If your mind is racing with thoughts about an unfinished project or an upcoming meeting, do you truly enjoy the flavors? Mindfulness invites us to slow down, to savor each bite, each texture, and each aroma. It's about being fully present, whether you're eating, walking, listening, or simply breathing. One of the reasons our minds drift is that we often see the present moment as a stepping stone to something else. We think, once I achieve X, then I'll feel at peace. But the truth is, peace is always available to us, it's here, in this very moment. By practicing mindfulness, we stop chasing what's next and start appreciating what is. So, how can we bring mindfulness into our everyday lives? Start small. Take 5 minutes to focus on your breath. As you inhale, notice how the air feels entering your nose and filling your lungs. As you exhale, feel the tension leaving your body. Your mind might wander, that's okay. Gently bring your focus back to your breath. Over time, this simple practice can help you feel grounded and centered. Mindfulness isn't just about meditation, it's a way of living. The next time you're walking, pay attention to the sensation of your feet on the ground. Notice the colors of the trees, the sound of the wind, or the warmth of the sun. These small moments of presence can transform even mundane activities into sources of joy and connection. Buddhist teachings remind us that mindfulness is the key to breaking the cycle of stress and anxiety. When we stay present, we stop worrying about things we can't control, and we find clarity and calmness. Have you ever noticed how focusing on one thing at a time can make you feel more productive and less chaotic? That's mindfulness in action. It helps us find balance in a world full of distractions. As we continue this journey, mindfulness prepares us for the next lesson, shifting perspectives. How can changing the way we interpret life's events lead to greater resilience and peace? Let's explore this powerful idea in the next section. Stay with me, as the insights only get deeper. 8. Peace amid adversity. Let's explore a concept that can transform your understanding of life's challenges: perspective. Have you ever considered that it's not the events themselves, but the way we interpret them, that shapes our experience? Buddhist teachings emphasize the power of perception and remind us that by shifting our mindset, we can cultivate resilience and peace. Here's an example to get you thinking. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You could easily see it as wasted time, which might lead to frustration. Or, you could view it as a chance to practice patience or listen to your favorite music. The traffic didn't change, but your perception did, and that made all the difference. This simple shift illustrates how much control we have over how we experience life's ups and downs. Buddhism teaches us to see challenges as neutral events rather than good or bad. For instance, when someone criticizes you, your initial reaction might be anger or defensiveness. But if you step back and see it as an opportunity for self-reflection or growth, the negativity loses its power. This is the essence of shifting perspectives, seeing obstacles as teachers rather than threats. One powerful practice to help reframe your perspective is mindfulness. When faced with difficulties, pause and observe your thoughts without judgment. Ask yourself, am I seeing this situation clearly, or is my mind adding unnecessary layers of negativity? By detaching from your immediate emotional reactions, you create space to respond with wisdom and clarity. Another key idea in Buddhism is letting go of negativity. Negative thoughts can act like clouds, blocking the sunshine of inner peace. When we learn to observe and release these thoughts, we find freedom. For example, rather than dwelling on a mistake you've made, focus on what you've learned and how you can move forward. It's not about ignoring challenges but facing them with a healthier outlook. Changing your perspective isn't always easy, especially when emotions are running high. But like any skill, it gets better with practice. Start small. The next time you face an inconvenience, take a moment to find something positive about it. Over time, this habit can transform how you view the world and your place within it. Ultimately, shifting perspectives is about reclaiming your inner power. Life will always have its share of ups and downs, but how you respond determines your peace and happiness. As we conclude this journey, remember that enlightenment isn't about escaping challenges, it's about embracing them with a sense of calm and purpose. Conclusion: discover true happiness. As we wrap up this journey through Buddhist wisdom, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored. From embracing change and understanding karma to practicing mindfulness and shifting perspectives, these teachings remind us of life's deeper meaning. They're not just abstract ideas, they're tools we can use every day to find peace and purpose. Think about how these lessons might apply to your own life. Are there moments when you resisted change, clung to attachments, or saw adversity as purely negative? What if you could view these experiences differently? By embracing impermanence, practicing acceptance, and seeing challenges as opportunities, you open the door to inner freedom and true happiness. The beauty of these teachings lies in their simplicity. They don't require grand gestures or drastic changes, just small, mindful steps. Start by noticing your thoughts, letting go of negativity, and staying present in the now. Each step brings you closer to the balanced and fulfilling life you deserve. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these lessons resonates most deeply with you? Have you experienced moments where Buddhist wisdom has helped you find clarity or peace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm always inspired by your stories. If this video brought you any value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Life Lessons. Your support helps us continue sharing meaningful insights to guide you through life's journey. Together, let's cultivate mindfulness, compassion, and resilience, one lesson at a time. See you in the next video.